Hi, this is Christopher Lee Swartzlander, author of Tripping Over Reality, The Death and Origin of a Hero, and you are watching New Release Wednesday.
What's going on, world? It's your boy, Patrick Michael Strange, host of the New Release Wednesday show, and this is your NRW for October 14th, 2015. On the hashtag Top 3 from 3 today, I have Geek Out podcaster Jake Bozek and Tripping Over Reality author Christopher Lee Swartzlander. It's going to be a great show, but before we get to them, I have my girl Megan Mattingly, aka MegaWatt Cosplay, talking all about Halloween ComicFest. Check it out.
It's almost Halloween, and that means the 4th annual Halloween ComicFest is almost here. On Halloween, you can head to your local comic book shop and pick up one or more of the 21 designated free Halloween ComicFest comic books and enjoy some really awesome company. If you go in your Halloween costume, you can enter the greatest costume contest ever. All you have to do is take a photo of yourself in costume holding one of the free Halloween ComicFest comic books, and then you just submit your photo on HalloweenComicFest.com and tell your friends to vote for you. You can enter the contest anytime from October 1st to November 10th. Voting is from November 3rd to November 10th, and the winners will be announced by the 13th. When voting, you can only vote once per entry per day, meaning you can only vote for your family and friends once a day, but you can vote for multiple entries. Voting takes place on both the Halloween ComicFest website and the Halloween ComicFest Facebook page. A few rules to remember are that your costume has to fit into one of these 5 categories: superhero comics, TV movie, gamer, horror, or original. The comic book needs to be visible in your photo. The comics have to be one of this year's 21 free comics, and Photoshop photos are not allowed. If you win, you could get a $100 or even a $500 shopping spree to your local comic shop, among other prizes from Halloween ComicFest sponsors. Give your teeth a break from all that candy and spend Halloween with comic books instead.
Hi, this is Chris Swartzlander, author of Tripping Over Reality, The Death and Origin of a Hero. In case you missed it, this launched at Baltimore Comic-Con this year. This is a story of a 43-year-old man who dies and wakes up in the body of his favorite superhero, and he ends up on the run from people in the middle of the multiverse itself. This will take you on a journey that you will not forget. You can buy this on trippingoverreality.com or exclusively, currently, at Comic Logic and Artwork in Ashburn, Virginia.
Hey, what's up, guys? Jake Bozek here from Geek Out Podcast. My Get to Know segment. First time on the show, really excited to be here. Good friend of Patrick's. And basically, I'm a nerd like the rest of the guys on the show, guys and gals on the show. You know, we got a podcast we've been working on with me and my buddies, Sam, Chris, and Josh for the past year. We do movie commentaries for a series, usually about a movie that's about to be released, like Star Wars, Jurassic Park, something like that. We kind of go through all the series of movies, do commentaries, drop those on Monday, and then Wednesday we have a show. Either it's a review of what we just saw movie-wise, just anything in life, anything, all things geek and nerdy that we love to talk about. It's a lot of fun. You can get me on Twitter at Jake Bozek. We're at Geek Out Podcast, and we're on Facebook as well, just Geek Out Show, and on iTunes. Check us out.
Hi, this is Christopher Lee Swartzlander, author of Tripping Over Reality and the Tripping Over Reality novel series. I am a 47-year-old comic reader. I've read comics for the last 40 years. That's one of my favorite hobbies. I'm a former veteran, 2 tours of combat in the Army Infantry, and I give a big shout out to all my boys out there that are still doing it, still kicking it hard. God bless you. Safe home. Come back to us. Thank you for all that you do. And I'm really glad here to be hanging out with Patrick Michael Strange and the boys. And it's going to be a good night.
What's going on, people? This is Patrick, and these are my picks for October 14th, 2015. First up, I have I Hate Fairyland from Image Comics, being written and illustrated by Scotty Young. It's an awesome book. If you are familiar with Scotty's crazy wild style, he did Oz, he did Rocket Raccoon, and now he's doing his own creator-owned title over at Image Comics. It's essentially a mashup of Adventure Time and Alice in Wonderland. We have a young girl by the name of Gert who's been stuck in fairyland for over 30 years, and she's going crazy. So Scotty's taking his wild style to kind of have that combination with a little bit of Deadpool-esque humor. It's going to be awesome, it's going to be hilarious, and it's going to be beautifully illustrated. You're going to want to check it out. Next up, I have G.I. Joe Cobra World Order Prelude from Larry Hama and S.L. Gallant. I haven't been reading G.I. Joe in a while, and G.I. Joe was like the first comic to really get me into comics, and so I'm super excited because with this particular prelude, it's a good jumping on point for people that haven't been reading G.I. Joe in a while. And it's also going to lead into a big 6-week crossover event with all of G.I. Joe titles. So you're going to want to check it out. I'm going to check it out. G.I. Joe Cobra World Order Prelude #1. For my top pick, I have from Marvel Comics, Uncanny Avengers #1, being written by Gary Dugan and being illustrated by Ryan Stegman. Essentially, we have Captain America, who you see I'm sporting right now, building a new Avengers team that's going to consist of past Avengers, past X-Men, and some Inhumans. And if you saw some of the variant covers that we have on the New Release Wednesday site, Deadpool's involved. Super excited about this. Marvel's doing this whole relaunch of their titles, and so I'm really excited about Uncanny Avengers #1 with Captain America and Deadpool working together. Really crazy stuff, but those are my picks for October 14th. Check it out.
Hey guys, this is Jake with my top 3 picks for New Release Wednesday. Number 3, I have Captain America White #3 by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. I know it's a long time coming. Been about 7 years in the making, but it's worth it. I'm really digging it. Cap and Bucky are behind enemy lines. We don't know who's going to save them. It's a big one, guys. Keeps getting better. Number 2, I got Superman, Lois and Clark, #1. I'm a big Superman fan, you can tell. My favorite superhero of all time. Got the family atmosphere. Any new Superman comic book, I'm always interested. You got Dan Jurgens, Lee Weeks, writer and the artist. Lee Weeks is one of my all-time favorite artists and does some great Superman work as well. And my #1 pick, Spider-Gwen #1. I'm a big Spider-Man fan over on the Marvel side, and I've always loved Gwen Stacy. I'm glad to see her back in action. I think the Spider-Gwen character is one of the coolest things to come out of the Edge of Spider-Verse Spider-Man event, and really digging it. Jason Latour and Robbie Rodriguez. Check it out, guys. It's awesome.
Hi, I'm Chris. These are my 3 picks for this week. Got pick number 3. You're looking at Green Lantern, Star Trek, Spectre More. Fantastic. 2 franchises bumping head to head. Don't miss it. The art's phenomenal. The story is solid. Pick number 2. We're looking at Green Lantern, A Celebration of 75 Years hardcover. You can't go wrong with Johns. You can't go wrong with O'Neill. You can't go wrong with Adams. Pick it up. Don't miss it. My #1 pick, Lantern City. Steampunk, futuristic, dystopian future. You've got to read it. 3 lanterns, 3 picks. Don't miss any of them. Check them out.
All right, guys, that's our show for October 14th, 2015. I want to shout out my guest for this week, Tripping Over Reality author Christopher Lee Swartzlander, and Geek Out podcaster Jake Bozek. That's our show. Remember to like us on Facebook. That's facebook.com/New Release Wednesday. Remember to follow us on Twitter. That's @THENRW, @the_NRW. And subscribe, y'all, so you don't miss an episode with all of these great people. That's youtube.com/New Release Wednesday. That's our show, y'all. Cost love.